Welcome to Scottsdale, Arizona, in the Valley of the Sun. Located in the northern Sonora Desert and nestled at the base of the McDowell Mountains, Scottsdale is home to some of the best dining, resort living, pool lounging, beautiful golf courses, and the most amazing desert landscapes. When planning your trip to Scottsdale, there's only one place you'll want to stay, the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess. This beautiful resort offers the most luxurious accommodations for visitors to the area and has everything you could dream of in a resort. Great pools with family-friendly atmosphere, lounges, and spectacular restaurants. There is so much that the Princess has to offer that you may not want to ever leave, but you would miss out on what the rest of Scottsdale has to offer. There is no better way to take in your beautiful surroundings than to see it from above. Jumping into one of the hot air expedition balloons, you'll see the sun come up and give life to the desert fauna below. Here we go, up and away in our beautiful balloon, and just remember to enjoy, because here we go. Seeing the desert from high above is breathtaking. But periodically, your captain will take you down to see wild burro herds running through the landscape, and then back up you go, sometimes as high as 10,000 feet. This hour-long flight will provide you with plenty of opportunities to grab some fantastic photos and memories to remember for a lifetime. After your flight and an easy landing, you are treated to a champagne brunch from the crew of Hot Air Expeditions. Enjoy your delicious breakfast, sip on a mimosa, and get to know your fellow adventurers. After seeing the gorgeous native landscape in all its glory, you might want to get a closer look at some of these amazing desert plants. These gardens are one of 20 botanical gardens in the United States accredited by the American Association of Museums. It's the only one in the world whose mission is focused solely on desert plants, and one of the only whose few collections includes a library, herbarium, living specimens, as well as rare and endangered plants.
The architecture, the plants, everything together is really nice to see here. That's one of the things that the garden, I think, shows people what they can do at home, little vignettes, create little areas of their own. And this is a nice little private spot.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere you look in this whole area, beautiful vistas.
Yep.
And these are things that people could do at home that are very sustainable, very low water, and that they can really enjoy.
It's just a whole new thought process.
Yeah, I love it. After you've walked the expansive grounds of the garden, you want to replenish yourself. And it just so happens that one of Scottsdale's best kept secrets calls the Botanical Gardens home, Gertrudes Café. Gertrudes is a hidden treasure in the desert. With farm-to-table fresh ingredients, this culinary delight creates food that tastes and looks just as beautiful as the desert flowers outside. After you enjoy one of the best tasting experiences of your life, it's time to head to another desert wonder. The only difference? This one is man-made. Taliesin West is located in the foothills of the McDowell Mountains and is the home of Lloyd Wrights School of Architecture. His palette for design was inexhaustible, but it wasn't until he was 72 years old that he would decide to build Taliesin West. This architectural masterpiece would inspire some of the greatest achievements over the next 20 years of his life and would become the winter home of the school's students.
We're in Lloyd Wright's living room, which he always referred to as the garden room because you have the view of the garden. And Lloyd Wright's architecture was always bring the outside in. He would have an idea, and he was one of the few architects, I'm still working at this, he was able to design the entire project in his head. Everything, color, shades, textures.
Well, that's why he's one of the greatest architects of all time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. His anchor and muse was nature, and no better example of this can be seen than in the design of Taliesin West. With its living and workspaces open to nature through walls of windows, native stone and hardwoods, Taliesin West blends beautifully and naturally with its desert surrounding. Though no matter where you take in the view of Taliesin West, you will be astonished. To truly take your breath away, stick around for sunset. As the last rays of the sun hit the Sonoran Desert at the McDowell Mountains, Taliesin West comes alive in the night sky. As the early evening approaches, it's time to do a little shopping. High-end shopping would be the tagline for this great city, but if you were looking for something a little more unique, then you might want to head over to Jam. Shauna Jean fell in love with the city of Scottsdale and saw that her style and flair were missing. So she opened Jam. This one-of-a-kind shop houses the charm and creativity of the new Scottsdale vibe, all under one historic roof. Featuring all handmade and mostly local goods, you're sure to find something to take home with you. Right from the moment I walked in here, it felt like home. It felt like a home because it is a home.
Yes, it was a home. It is a home and it was a home. This is actually the historical Charles Miller home, and Mr. Miller was noted for bringing electricity to the city of Scottsdale. We are an artisan's boutique. Everything inside of JAM is handmade, homemade, reused, or repurposed from artists locally and beyond.
Okay.
Everything here is rustic couture.
Okay.
And it's a place of magic and bliss. I mean, when you come here, you feel like you want to learn how to create. You want to meet the artists that made these. This store, you'll find everything from jewelry to home decor, paintings to photography.
Okay, so rustic couture. So it's not country,
right?
But yet it's maybe has a little homemade feel to it.
Right, but usually one of a kind.
After exploring Scottsdale for the day, we can only recommend that you finish your day by returning to the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess and head to the Well and Being Spa at the Willow Stream Spa. Rated as one of the top spas in North America, Well and Being offers exceptional service unmatched by any other spa. With a secluded waterfall jacuzzi and private rooftop pool, there is no better way to finish your day. It's the perfect end to a perfect day in one of the most beautiful places in the world. So sit back, relax, and just remember to enjoy.